Oh, welcome, Talking Hog. We're back. We got shit to say.
Wait, yeah, there's a lot of things cooking today, bitch. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'm somewhere, I believe, on Earth, according to
Perhaps
the background.
already in the lands between again, getting ready for Thursday. Are you pumped?
Funny enough, guys, y'all know, fans of the show know I'm the Soulsborne guy of the group. That's fine. Someone's got to be a
Mhm.
man,
Somebody's got
and
to
I'll
do it.
take somebody's got to be that dork that talks about min maxing strength and when it starts to not. Uh, Pay forth dividends. You know what? Funny enough, I'm ready to play it, but I feel like they fucked up 2 years after launch because Aaron, if you recall, Elden Ring was my life
Yeah.
for 3 months. I beat that game 6 times, and I almost have no interest in playing the DLC.
Oh no. Now I wondered.
Like I do, of course I do. I'm sure once I start playing it, I'll fucking love it. But continue.
No, that's what I was wondering because I see a lot of people stream it, and I know it's different if you're a streamer. You're constantly re-rolling things. Even as a variety streamer, you're going back to it. Even the big doggies I see are rolling through. They're like even more playthroughs. But I guess when you replay a lot of shit, then it kind of becomes part of the status quo. Like for me, I'm a huge gamer and I game constantly. I'm gaming most days, not every day, but definitely every week. I'm putting in a lot of
You
hours,
get oh yeah, you get time in.
but I don't have the same amount of time that others do. So like I'm not a replayer much at all. I finish especially like a AAA game. I'm getting through that baby once and that's it. I don't have time for well, this is my Dex run. This is my I'm gonna do a 1% or like a level 1 run, or this is a magic run. None of that makes sense to me. So I didn't know how you'd stand there.
So what sucks is that my best character. So there's been so many like updates to the game that my best character that I have is essentially nerfed on the playthroughs. And now he's a level like he's a new game 6 character. So if I take a new game 6 character into the DLC, which is like an in-game level DLC, so now you amplify that to like a new game 6 level, and I don't see how the fuck I'd ever beat it.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Because because when you get so far in a new game plus on a Soulsborne game, it's not that the enemies become more difficult, it's that their health gets wildly out of control.
okay. That kind of thing bothers me, and I know it's the easiest way for people to level up, but it bugs me when the difficulty increase in games only equals enemies becoming insane tanks with massive health
It's
bars
yeah,
that can one shot you. Like I'd like to see a,
that's
a level of
yeah.
difficulty, in the skills they have and how they play, not just like, oh, this is going to take you a half hour to beat unless you get hit once. Whoops, start
Yeah,
over.
fuck you. You know,
God damn
funny
it.
enough, it's something that they have never done again. But Dark Souls 2 is usually shit on by the community.
Oh yeah,
So
I hear
one
that a lot.
people like, what's funny? It's my favorite one. I don't know why, but I do love it.
You contrarian whore.
Um, oh yeah. Well, some of the best aspects of 2 they put into Elden Ring, like traveling between bonfires, shit
Mm,
like that. But anyways, in 2, whenever you beat 2, they on a new game plus run, they do actually remap enemies and they change the game completely.
okay.
So there is there and there so there is like, okay, well if I'm in a new game it, then at least I can go through it and like shit's different this time. Uh which is cool. I can appreciate that. But long story short, no, I'm not playing that because I'm back to playing Doom. Speaking of games you play a million times, I was like,
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? Let's get Eternal back on here. Let's see if we can finally beat this DLC. So I've started a new game from scratch because the PS5 version, I've downloaded the PS5 version to get the upgrades and what have you. But no, dude, I've just been back in hell.
Sweet. I dig that. I've contemplated that before. Like I said, I don't replay much. Variety is the spice of life for me, so I'm kind of on the other end. It's better if you space out what you're gonna your DLC or continuation of play. So like I love God of War is one of my favorite series. I went back and played the Valhalla DLC, months after, whatever year after, whatever it was, after playing the initial run, because like if it would have been immediately available, probably never would have played it and forgotten about it. Playing Fallout 76 again because the show gave me a hankering after like 2 or 3 or whatever years off. That's how I'm going to get back into something, some big DLC, something in the zeitgeist, and I've had that time off to let it rest and sort of forget about it a little.
It's incredible. It's
That's our
just good to
gamer
get
minute.
back. And that's been the gamer minute, and I'm gonna work on of a tater chip championship of what's canonically the strongest video game character of all time.
Oh, I love that. That'll be
And
fun.
maybe we could workshop it just a hair now because I say this because through playing Doom and Aaron, I think maybe we've talked about this maybe before, but I feel like Doom Guy is the strongest video game character of all time.
It's an interesting, or not even interesting. It's a good choice. It's an interesting topic because there's so many avenues you can go down here that would be fun. Like Kratos, definitely one of the hardest asses of all time, conquering both gods and fatherhood, and truly knows no. It's when you get into characters that have an infinite supply of something that fuels them. Kratos is kind of like rage and then fatherly love sort of melded together. There seems no end to it. It's hard for me to go against a real zany cartoon because I really love buying into the well of like if your superhero power is on the cartoon scale, like a Space Jam, like a Bugs Bunny, like nothing's ever really going to stop you. You can become Pancake. You can fall into onto bed of nails and be impaled, and you just become a whoopee cushion. But like, hey, I'm still okay though. That's kind of where did I
Man,
lose you?
I can't wait to die like one of those characters. Do what?
I was like, I think I lost you in the ether for a minute there.
I lost you too. I was just sitting there staring off into the abyss. I think my main logic behind look, he's the Doom guy. He kills the armies of hell and heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not because he wants to, but because he has to. That's the job. The few, the proud, the Doom Marine, dude.
Who's the true Doom guy? Who is it like Damien or what's the what's the devil that comes to Earth with the word of God? I don't know, preacher style, something. And who's gonna
Uh,
play him?
are we talking like if for a game or for like a live action
Either way, it all blends
Doom boot?
together so
Doom.
easily now. Yeah, yeah. Who would play Doom
I
guy?
do think it's good that who would play Doom guy IRL.
And I mean, I know we had
Um,
Doom, but fuck the Rock. It ain't him.
you know what? This is like he's in fucking everything, but Tom Hardy would be a good Doom guy.
He'd be a good Doom guy.
Um, he's got the stocky built, shaggy brown hair, and the cold, dead eyes.
Yeah, he can bulk up and then he can take on that serious role, even if it's without words, kind of like Mad Max Fury Road style. He'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom, we found another role for you to be the same exact guy you've been, but just a little different. You know, that new Venom movie actually doesn't look bad.
Is there
Have you
another
seen the
one
trailer for it?
beyond like
Yeah,
1 and 2 or something, right? I don't.
it's Venom, The Last Dance.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really called that. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Hey, fuck it.
Tom Hardy
It's
said, "How much? How much money? Two, and
Oh,
they just said 2.5. He's like, 2.5 what? And then he just signed the contract.
I'm there, brother. Hey, fuck it. It's all as good as the rest of it now. I'm still on my cool down, my oversaturation blood of it all. But fuck it. Roll out a third Venom.
What about Furiosa doing dog shit in the box office, and then like the entertainment news is like, this is going to be one of the worst summers in movie history, like in terms of box office people going to movies. I think it's because almost every movie fucking sucks now.
I think it takes all kinds. I mean, I know a lot of people have that feel, but like directly on Fury, like I saw Argyle earlier this year. I thought it was a fun who done it. It was a fun spy flick. I watched Furiosa. Furiosa's badass. We were talking about it, and like Furiosa is every bit as good. And it's like I think it's like right there on par with Mad Max Fury Road, and both of them do some little things better than the other. Furiosa does some things better than Fury Road did, specifically character development, like the character Furiosa and whoever the Dementus that Chris Hemsworth plays. They're fucking awesome characters, and it's great to see characters with dialogue and character growth in Mad Max again. It's an incredible fucking movie. There's a multitude of reasons it could have done poorly. We were talking about it. I don't think it was hyped enough like the original was. Two, the hype they did do, I don't think they tied enough Mad Max theme and branding to it. So I think a lot of people just saw Furiosa and were confused. And then you gotta respect the great toxic nature of humanity and how it's like Mad Max with a woman. Fuck me, not my America.
What in the hell? Yeah, dude's tying a noose around his neck. Like,
He's
well,
jerking his 2 inch dick. Oh,
yeah, and he's using like the two finger method, and he's fucking mad. He still gets mad every time he jerks off because he has to use just two fingers.
2 inches long, 2 inches
You know,
round, hard as hell.
God, it's like a magnum bullet, dude, for his magnum dong. Um,
It's a
what
badass
about
movie though. You should see it.
Anna Taylor Joy? And they're like, "Hey, how was it like?" And she just like goes into a fugue state and starts to weep. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, did you see where she's like, "I don't want to talk about it. Let's watch the film."
Oh no.
Yeah, well, like Charlize Theron said the same thing about Fury Road, where she was like, "That was intense. Uh, I felt like shit. Tom Hardy was really fucking mean to me, and so was the fucking they kind of get like the women on these Mad Max movies kind of seem like they get like abused and then Stockholm syndrome into thinking everything was cool.
I wonder how, because I saw some interviews and it seemed like Anya Taylor Joy and Chris Hemsworth were good with each other. I remember that, before that was a big deal. Like Hardy and Theron hated on each other, and the director was like, "I'll never work with either of them again." So,
But both of them, yeah, and he's sitting on like a hot rod with six engines. I'll never work with you guys again. Someone play the guitar so the motorcycle will move.
it's fueled by rock. It's sick, man. I want more movies like that. I want more just sick, fucking gnarly ass action movies. I'm still an action movie guy. I think I got lost somewhere there in like maybe the 2010s or something. And like, I kind of missed the boat on like Fast and Furious going from self-serious to just schlocky action flick, and I kind of wish I'd have kept up along the way now, but it's too late.
Oh
I'm not
no,
going to
dude,
watch 9 Fast and Furious movies.
you just need to watch the Rock ones, and then you're fine.
I heard those good. Like what's it called with him and the beekeeper. The
Oh, Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah, Oh, Jason
Uh,
Statham. There we go.
I said we'd never work together, but here we are.
Like the Beekeeper, I heard it was good. That's a good schlocky, just action for action's sake flick. Everyone, that's what makes an action flick great. Just give me some silly premise. I'm a beekeeper. I have to protect the hive and the queen bee. And then, like, everyone's selling their whole ass into this dumb schlocky action flick. That's great.
I feel like now it's almost as if horror movies do are doing really well in some like the eight mostly like your fucking A24 or your like Bloomhouse productions, like those horror movies, because
Yeah.
they've kind of earned this reputation now. And then also with the Terrifier 3 coming out, I'm really wanting to go watch it in theaters, dude. I really want to contribute to the box office of a movie that's way too fucking gory to be shown in public.
That
I'll have
is,
to just for the because the movie, it's not meant to like it's just meant to fucking freak you out and gross you out.
yeah.
But because the horror part of it, I don't know. They've talked about like the new one gonna be a little bit more scary because two was just so fucking over the top. Like just a 7 minute kill scene of like Art the Clown peeling a woman's flesh off and then
Yeah.
like making her roll around in salt while he's like tap dancing and like ringing chimes in the background like a fucking monkey. Yeah, there's you gotta do it with me, dude. We gotta go watch it. You gotta do it.
Man, those are just so not my thing. But
I
like,
know.
I would watch it. Like it's not. It just like I get nothing out of it. It's I
I just gotta
appreciate it
oh
being there though. I like that you can do that. Fuck it. I mean, like it should all be make whatever you want.
yeah, there's like an interview with the director talking about the salt scene. And because the first time I watched it, dude, I was like, I have one eye open and I'm laughing. I'm like, this is the most batshit thing. This guy sat down, he's like, what if we peeled her skin off and then made her roll around in salt and then like her mom walks in and she's just like pickled on her fucking bed.
God damn.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Didn't
Yeah.
like I thought the dude that played the clown was like I'm almost through the looking glass, brother. I don't know how many more of these I got left in me.
I mean, he's made a hell of a nut from it. Uh,
Kind of like
he
Kobayashi, the way he retired, supposedly, even though he's coming back for one more round with Joey Chestnut. But he's like, I have to retire from eating. I no longer get pleasure from it. I don't know what the sensation of full is anymore. And it's like the same thing with the Terrifier clown. He's like, I don't know what's too far anymore. I don't know how to love.
Yes, doctor, my penis is broken. Well, what
Yeah.
do you mean? What's going on? There's nothing in this world that will ever get me feeling again. The big rumor is like on the Reddit, on the Terrifier subreddit, dude, is that like child death, like the clown's gonna kill a kid,
They haven't yet.
and that's where I'm like, damn,
Yeah, I mean, if
they
you
haven't
haven't
killed
killed
a
a
kid
kid
straight
yet,
up. No,
you gotta. I mean, how have you not?
you
That's. I guess you're waiting for the trilogy, the big finale.
and this one's supposed to be Christmas themed. It's like art does Christmas, you know. I
Fuck
do
it.
like how they go for the tropes, but then they just like set this insane bar of like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna carve this woman's vagina inside out, right? And we're gonna turn it into a dick alive. There's gonna do like a trans surgery. That's gonna be one of the murders. Just Art trying to feel like he's doing the right thing, but in all reality, he's actually he's fucking somebody up. So it should be pretty good. And that's the movie minute.
There we go. I dig it. Hey, what about there was something else I wanted to oh, this was it. So on that's what it kind of reminded me of, like I guess the injuries and like going through the whatever. It's just a headline I saw recently. It's about a rodeo bull. This is whatever. There's no real transition here, I guess. But I saw where a rodeo bull recently hopped a containment fence and injured some people. I forget where it was at, but it was like the bull's name is what I liked here, and why I bring it up. It's what do you think? What do you think here? Like a good name for a rage fueled human injuring rodeo bull held against his will, defying his
Uh,
gods.
um, we'll do, but it's got. I'm sure it's a little cowboy themed, right?
Yeah, not really.
How about first guest, kill shot.
See, I love it, and that's what I'm going for. Bull's name is Party Bus, and that and that's what I like. I want like Terrifier. Terrifier's named something. It lets you know what you're getting into. Title alone. I think Party Bus, the rodeo bull, kind of. I feel like that gives you a pretty good idea of where he's at.
Party bus, dude. Just like some middle-aged, overweight, 45-year-old man. It's like he's acting as a bartender on the back of this bull.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna be taking a ride through downtown this evening. If you guys want some shots, come on to the back, but only when we're at a red light.
I I'm riding this thing. I'm acting professional because I need the money and I need to get that child support payment over. But I am horny and angry.
Yeah, let's just say I didn't get my ex-girlfriend pregnant because I didn't come inside of her. Yeah, ladies. The
Hey.
microphone, there's so much feedback on the microphone. The bull is backing. He's like bucking up and down. Oh, hold on now. Party Bust is a little, gets a little angry when I don't come. That's it. That's it. He gets it. He gets everybody on the bull, and he like kind of pisses the bull off. And everybody's like, "What do we do to calm the bull down?" And he's like, "Oh God, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but one of y'all have to make me come."
He's
He
nuts
can
for
feel it.
bust,
He
man.
can feel it. He can feel it inside of me.
It's like one of those cats that can tell a woman's pregnant. The bull
Yeah,
knows my balls are too full, brother. We got to do
yeah.
something about this.
It's like the old timey bulls with the hoopy, like the hoop nose ring, and just
Yeah,
steam billowing out from his fucking mouth.
kicking up dirt.
I, yeah, God, I'd hate to see. Oh, and all the rodeo clowns. You're looking at your watch, like, oh, all the rodeo clowns just left for lunch too. So, kind of gonna be kind of hard. It'd be really bad if we were like out in the middle somewhere and the bull starts to go crazy, and I don't know, somebody here on this bull could have jacked me off. All right, well, first stop, sticky fingers. Everybody, saddle up.
You gotta. That's the game. You have to lasso the God. What do you call them? The only term that ever comes to my name: pocket pussy. There we go. Own a hole. Whatever. Dick sleeve. You got to
Yeah.
lasso one on his cock and work him off while the bull's going crazy, or he'll kill again.
Oh yeah, you whip a handheld out the saddlebag of the bull, right? And you spit on that thing a few times and you just kind of jerk his pants down. And you turn your head to the side because you're not wanting to look at it. But you look at it one time just to make sure you nail it on there. Then you turn to the side and you just, pump it. And you just kind of disassociate for a while. Play a song in your head. You're like, I'm gonna play Dream On by Aerosmith in my head, and then when I get to the guitar solo, he should be done.
it's it's all only Aerosmith. That's all they.
Every
Hey,
time I look in the mirror. Oh man, Steven Tyler. You ever think he fucked that cow that was on that album cover? You know what album I'm talking about? Get a grip.
uh, yeah, and
Yeah, you
yes,
did. Okay, good.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I'm glad to see that we're on the same page.
the drug addled days. Then he wasn't always clean. There were some dark times.
Living it up while I'm going down, dude.
Man, that cow sure can
Damn.
guzzle that. All it's all them stomachs.
He just takes Steven Tyler takes one of his 30 bandanas off his mic stand. He's wiping his forehead off. Woo! Ooh, train kept rolling all night long.
Oh, just slaps the cow on the ass. Pink is my favorite color.
And now he's starting to like study the cow's ass, right? Because he puts his hand on it and he says that, but now he's kind of like, fuck, this is a good ass, right? It might get me second. He's fucking peeking out the back, pulling his tail up. Shit.
Bovine.
Damn. Damn.
Bovine's cheeked up.
Oh fuck. He sings Jaded, right? And he just slaps the cow's ass. Hey, Jaded. He's doing both hands on the butt cheek. Oh,
Oh, toys.
my baby moo. Uh, hey, here's one for you. Saw my mom the other day, and she's gonna go see Alanis Morissette this weekend, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm seeing Alanis Morissette. Should be a pretty cool show." And she's like, "The tickets weren't too bad." She had some kind of VIP package where you would go and actually meet Alanis Morissette and then do yoga with her. And I said, "Alanis Morissette, more like Alanis Morris Stretch, right?" Yeah.
Hey.
And mom took she said, "Give me your hand sign." I said, "What are you doing, mom?" And she proceeded to put them on the flat top of the grill.
Yeah. Wait, it was just Father's Day. I get one of those.
She looks at me and she's like, "Don't cry. I'll keep them on there longer if you cry."
How many how
Biting
many
through my
uh
lip.
how many dad jokes did you crank out yesterday for Father's Day?
Really just that one. Really just I kind of busted my nut with Alanis Morris Stretch. Uh, then after the cookout and stuff, Jess had to go to work. So me and the boys got out and we went to GameStop where because I was like, I need to buy a new Nintendo Pro controller. Because
Hmm.
slowly my goal is to have nothing, but I just prefer the Pro controllers over the Joy Cons because the Joy
Oh,
Cons are.
100%. Yeah. I got a couple. I have a few now, but that's all I play with.
We've got the classic standard black. Now we have the Pikachu with the blue and yellow like flashes of color on the remote. That one's really nice.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll eventually end up buying one more to have three, and then probably just not fucking with the Joy Cons at all unless we're doing it off the. Even if I play it off the dock, I'll just kick the stand up and still use the Pro controller.
Oh,
TBH.
that's way too much insane squint for me, but I like the idea of it.
It was good for me when I had the flu because my nightstand, I would set it up on the nightstand and then I would just roll over.
Did you did you ever fucking beat Super Mario Wonder, you piece of shit?
No, dude, I still got like two
God
world. I still got two worlds left.
damn it.
There needs to be more mechanics. Mario needs to be able to. He needs to be able to gain weight and lose weight, and I have to keep him in check. They should. I need more. I need Mario to get upgrades. They should make a legit Mario RPG where he can't jump for shit in the beginning of the game, and he has to slowly progress his abilities.
Woody Harrelson has to help him get back on the hog.
Yeah, and then like Woody puts his hand on Mario's shoulder, he's like, "White men can jump," and then Mario goes, "I understand now," and then proceeds to beat the Lakers 5-4 in the finals.
Yeah. 5-4. That's some intense defense coming from that Italian.
Mario's down the paint again. He's just taking these fouls. He's just taking them all. He's wanting them.
Can't shoot for shit. 0 for 37 on the night, but you can't get one past him either.
He's low to the ground. He's like a modern day short basketball player. Back to you.
That's what I want. I want Space Jam Smash. Smash Space Jam. Nintendo
Smash Jam,
character movie, sports movie.
the game.
But God, don't put LeBron James in it again.
Yeah, we could get LeBron, so we have former UFC lightweight champion Dustin Poirier. Nobody, nobody except for people who are
Uh,
into the sport. Poirier, the diamond baby. Oh,
I remember you.
oh. You gotta keep. I gotta get you in the UFC more, dude.
Yeah, it's the one that's never I've never
There's
been
some
able
good shit
to.
going on right now. There's some good shit going on.
I think it's because I need one, I just prefer team sports anyway, even though there's some outliers like golf or something, but that's it. I need more pedigree, I need more time to tie myself to something. The fighters are so fleeting, their careers in
Right.
the UFC, that it's like I find myself like even I would watch a little when like Dan's parents would have it on out in the backyard there. But it's like I felt like the next time I paid attention, it was like, I have no idea who any fucking body here is. Bring back the Iceman.
Yeah. There's really just like, yeah, hey Chuck, and Chuck turns around, his jaws just unhinged. Iceman,
Yeah.
where? Hey, you and Tito Ortiz, man. I love Tito. God, you really just need to know like 10 dudes, and then you're pretty much good. But Connor was supposed to fight. It was time for McGregor to come back after a long absence to his last match. I think was against Poirier, or it could have been Justin Gaethje. Either way, both are two very good fighters. But Connor's been getting his ass whipped every time he gets back. So he was finally supposed to have another match for the first time in I think 3 or 4 years now, and it was going to be against this guy named Michael Chandler, who was a former U.S. Navy SEAL. Now was a belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and all that other shit too.
I thought
And so the
Chandler
fight
was
was supposed to
dead.
happen. Uh, oh, you're thinking about the hit show Friends.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, he is very dead. He is still dead. If you really want to call it, he probably died more so like 20 years ago. But now it just counts. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you. But anyways, yeah, Connor bailed on the fight. 3 weeks to go, he bailed. Said that he had a medical injury. And then there was like videos of him doing cocaine. Like, all right. Yeah, he hurt his nose.
I I did see that. I saw where I don't know anything about it, but I'll see just headlines pop up in my sports apps or something. I saw that he'd postponed it because of an injury. I also heard that a lot of people said he had some very erratic behavior on and off the set, especially in interviews leading up to the new
Roadhouse, dude.
Roadhouse movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gyllenhaal. You're gonna have to keep me straight, mate. I'm high on coke.
I I heard like Paul Shear was talking about it, and I found this interesting because like the dude's a cinephile, and he watches, of course, even the bad shit. He was a fan of the new movie, and he was like, "This is what I was interested in." He's like, "I couldn't take my eyes off of Conor McGregor because he was so terrible, and regardless of
Yeah.
whether he was not meaning to be terrible or this was perhaps purposefully done in this faux bravado and swagger, like either way it was just this train wreck you couldn't stop watching.
So from what I've seen, and I've seen a few of the fight scenes and some of Connor's dialogue, yeah, he's fucking awful. But it's funny that Sheer says this because of how did this get made? Because you know what he is? He's a great 80s bad guy.
Yeah,
He is
that's
a
kind of what I was
he
getting.
yeah, he does that. It's just if it looked like an 80s movie with that shitty old color, and not this, multi-million dollar production that it is now, it would be more palatable. But also, it's like it's McGregor. Like, what are you expecting? And you're not going to take your eyes away from him because he's a shitty actor, but he is good at fighting, and he is pretty fucking entertaining to watch, even when he's shit. That goes in fighting too. Anytime he's fucked up, when he fought Dustin Poirier, he broke his fucking leg, and he's on
God.
the ground. He's on the ground. His leg's broken. He's like, Dustin Poirier, I'm fucking your wife, and she sent me DMs. And his legs just snapped, and Joe Rogan just has like a mic in front of his mouth.
Of course.
Listen here, you motherfucker. This isn't
What
done.
what a shit heel, man. I mean, but that's the way to go, I guess. Like that, I'm not gonna writhe in pain here. I'm not gonna let you have this on me. I'm just gonna keep
Fuck
talking
you.
shit till you put the bullet in me.
It's God, everybody listening to the show, if you haven't seen Conor McGregor broken leg on the ground just screaming, it's like something from a fucking Simpsons episode. You better be gone by the time I get up. I
Oh,
wish
and
I
only
could.
a few
I
minutes
wish.
left. I do want to share with the fine folks if anybody's also going to see Brian Posehn live this Friday night. This is going to be like my third time seeing Posehn live through the years, going all the way back to like the Comedians of Comedy tour of yore with Galifianakis and Patton Oswalt to now, like,
Wait, you saw the Comedians of Comedy tour?
yeah, at the 40 watt in Athens way back in
Wow.
like '04 or something. I can't remember exactly what year.
Do you realize that part of that show was recorded and it's on a
I
documentary?
I've heard that. I've been interesting to see it. I was the shithead at about 18 that screamed like, "Whoa, PBR!" when Patton Oswald brought it up.
Man.
And he was like, "It's not good. You shouldn't cheer for it. I'm PBR guy."
Man. Back when Patton Oswalt was really funny. And
They
I'll
were
die on
young
that
and
hill.
full of piss and vinegar. Oh yeah, some of his like some of that early shit. Like I can't remember the exact name of it. The one that's like werewolves, lollipops, and whatever around that era. Shit's
Yeah.
incredible. Posehn, I think, is the one that's held the most because Galifianakis turned into the actor he wanted to be. He's not really a stand-up comedian anymore. He wasn't my favorite of the trio anyway. He was fine. I'm not talking shit, but Posehn's my favorite guy because he's just a big old fucking Dorcas nerd who's got the chops to continually tell you the most incredible fart joke you've ever heard, and that's why I love him.
Poseidon's a gem. Maria Bamford there's only one of her.
Oh
Only
yeah,
she is when she's hitting. The thing with her is I'm either not laughing or I am fucking dying. Where she hits me real good with something. Um, but yeah, man, I think Patton is just such a sad. Like at one point, he was my favorite comedian because he had like a few specials that were like, "Fuck yeah, these things are hitting." But
I
Dave
still think
Attell's still the
he's
man.
yeah. I still think like Patton's still an incredible dude. He's just super intelligent. He's evolved. Whatever. He got clean. He's got a kid. What are you gonna do, man?
Um, I don't, it's not for me, dude. If I want my comedy clean, then I'll listen to Bill Cosby, the
Absolutely.
last pure comedian.
That's the note we go out on. That's a talking
Yes.
hogs everywhere.
Talking Hogs, Patreon, go to that, pay us some money. We should probably try to get together again this week. Let's put some on the Patreon or just do more, see what
Yeah,
we got going on.
yeah. We maybe we
And
do the
we will
Nintendo
be
Direct.